what are my views on doctors, going to the hospital and things of that nature. I would say, as far as my views on that, well, first and foremost, what is a doctor? Let's start with that. And originally, you know what I mean? Got to go back to the original origins of certain words. And I've researched this. The term doctor comes from the term docere. And I think I've talked about this before, and that means teacher. So a doctor was an instructor or one who educated you on your body because, as we know, and I've been saying this over and over again, we know very little about our bodies. Like, as far as like for real, we know very little, and especially males. Males know less about the human body than females. Females know a little bit more because, I mean, they've been educated and trained that way to know more about the human body. But doctors, um, as far as the real essence of it, as far as in this society, I don't do it. I don't go to doctors. Of course, I've suffered from that in a lot of ways. I'm not gonna lie, having to kind of be on your own, and things of that nature. I mean, I've still paid into insurance and things of that nature, but just the fact of not really being in the matrix 100%, I've learned to take care of my own health. Um, and like a lot of times, if I'm in like a relationship, my significant other will be instructed on how to like take care of my health. So like, I really never used doctors, never really went to doctors too much. And that, kind of like creates a stigma for a lot of people because a lot of people believe well, what about STDs and what about this and what about that? And it's like all of that's an attack to your immune system. So the way I see that is that's just junk. Any STD, any foreign virus or anything that's going to infiltrate your body is essentially attacking your immune system. So the true goal is to try to strengthen the immune system. Thus, you could even be exposed to certain diseases and won't suffer from them. I'm not saying, if you're feeling out of it, that you shouldn't go, not necessarily visit the doctor, but you shouldn't go try to strengthen yourself with certain herbs. And, I mean, you got certain herbs that'll strengthen the immune system, like echinacea, golden seal, things of that nature. But ultimately, your health is kind of like on you because a lot of times these doctors, let's get into the dark side of it, get what paid, and they just trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even just trying to make money. It's like they're just doing what the industry's telling them to do. But in reality, let's look at what's going on. They get paid to administer medicine and certain things to you for like kind of like a commission. So a doctor is kind of like a salesperson, really just trying to sell you something, essentially, like trying to sell you an idea. You sick, you got 6 months to live, like that type of shit. That's what they're salesmen and women, and they're just taught to be like that because they do they diagnose you, and once they figure out what's wrong with you, they're gonna offer you the remedy to whatever comes up in the computer system, essentially. So doctors are great at selling things and things of that nature. So like my thing, take responsibility for your own health. It's dangerous a lot of times going to doctors, because you never really know. You might could have been saved. I mean, I've heard this a million times. Person goes to one doctor, like we got a situation right now with someone. They went to one doctor, they were trying to pull the plug on them, one of our great fans, and went to another doctor. The doctor's like, nah, they're gonna be all right. Just keep them, in like a remission state. You don't have to pull the plug on them. So that's my thing on it. As far as with doctors, I think anything that they diagnose you with, just go ahead and look for that natural remedy. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really gotta do. Like look for that natural remedy, and that'll kind of like be the recourse for a lot of what people waste time and money in with these doctors in the medical world, thinking that these medicines are actually healing you, and they're not. They're not healing you. Herbs are healing you. They take time sometimes to build up in the system, but depending on what type of herbs you got, sometimes it doesn't. You gotta know how to take it, administer it to the body. So like to us, like a real doctor, like in the Egyptian times, they were like alchemists, essentially, learning how to take the fluids in the body, exchange them, clean them, put them back into the body. They was on some deep shit, cleaning the blood. This what actually helps to preserve the body, so a lot I'll talk about more in the future. Well, it doesn't have to be a lot, but um, but yeah, as far as like my views on it, I feel like as a sovereign, you're not really protected up under going to any hospital. You got to pay high fees. You got to pay thousands of dollars to doctors. a set of herbs ain't gonna cost you nothing but $60, $70 to get that. And like I said, really, truly, we only need doctors for like if we break limbs or something to where you really need to go to the hospital and get repaired. Like, I'm saying, you need to get an X-ray. They got a lot of sophisticated equipment in the hospital. I'm not saying that's beautiful. They're actually up under the School of Fucus, so talk more about that in the future, man. Just wanted to answer that quick question. You guys have a good day.